Hello and welcome to Autism, the show that's always unique, totally interesting, and sometimes mysterious. Oh, someone's here. Welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah. Welcome to Autism, the show that's always unique, totally interesting, and sometimes mysterious.
That's right.
All right. Thank you to both the Hogans for the introduction.
Yes.
And we got something really good tonight, don't we, guys? We got behavioral health treatments, and mostly as it pertains to autism spectrum disorder, of course. But lots of good stuff to get into. Oh, absolutely. But first, how's everybody doing here? Bull, how was your day? I think you were pretty busy, but y'all set and ready?
Yeah, I am ready. Yes, I was quite busy today. It was quite the show in that courtroom, I can tell you, but that's not what this is about.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying times, but victory awaits.
Yes.
And how about the Hogan household?
Good, thank you. We had a good day, didn't we? He did his first remote learning day today and did an excellent job at it, so I'm very proud. He's doing really well with that. So we went out. What did we get today?
A Little Caesar's pizza.
That's right. He got some pizza today, so he was thrilled with that. So we
nice.
Had a good busy day, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And everybody likes pizza, don't they?
Yeah. Who said yeah?
I have toys today, Matt, buddy. I have toys.
Does.
Do you make them say yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the classmates.
Yeah. I should save that one for when we're in the class, because then everybody can answer. Oh, yeah, see, he's thinking. He's got it.
He is.
Yep.
He's got it.
So speaking of classroom, shall we slide on over and dive right in?
Sure.
Yes, please.
Who wants to lead us off tonight?
I guess
Sure.
I'll take... Oh, I was going to say, we both answered at the same time.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say...
We really pre-planned this show, folks, let me tell you.
Yeah,
We really
do.
do.
We do. So this is an introduction to behavioral health treatment, a parent's guide. So I'll go ahead and do the next one too. Behavioral challenges are a common problem for children with an autism spectrum disorder. And reinforcing appropriate behavior is very important. A reinforcer is something your child likes. And I'll stop with this one.
Okay. Oops, there we go. Yes, I know Matthew, when he was growing up, really liked reinforcers. He's if he could have, he used to have to work towards being able to carry his critters around all the time, so that way he could, we could get him to do what we needed. So he did really well with it. He did a good job.
Nice. Yeah, for in our world, the behavior when you're working on like social interactions and stuff in behavior, reinforcement is massive to show that it worked. And so reinforcement in that area doesn't always mean like, oh, good job or something. It's making sure that your response to the behavior being appropriate leads to more behavior that's appropriate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's something that and immediately reinforce it, say, and plus not only having that fun thing that they can do too, we moved on to other things because we found he needed his critters to help him stay calm, so we let him have his critters, but then we found something else that he really likes to do, so that could be his reinforcer, and we always made sure to praise them immediately when he did something, and that really helped a lot too.
I agree, man. I agree. It's the back and forth interaction with the reinforcement driven home in it is just, they love that swell up pride. They like that a lot. And it really becomes a great tool when they know that they've got a happy moment to look forward to, they're more inclined to comply.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And if you give a reinforcer for another behavior that was appropriate, that wasn't discussed in the original reinforcement, people start to develop a pattern of, okay, well, if I act this way, it's good, and that way it's not desired or bad. I hate to use the word bad, because a lot of times the behavior isn't necessarily what would be considered bad behavior. It's just inappropriate timing wise or something like that.
Yes.
So it's bad's not like a bad behavior would be them going out and doing something like that you don't want a child to do, period. It's more about getting them to figure out what's appropriate at that point
Absolutely.
in time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good shouts. Next one?
Sure. Do you want me to take that one?
All right.
Thank you. Consider the following when providing reinforcement to your child. Reinforcers must be selected based on your child's
Wait, I
likes.
want to read this.
Oh, sorry.
Consider the following when providing reinforcement to your child.
Wait.
Reinforcers must be selected based on your child's likes. Your child may not like the same things other children like.
That's true.
I'm a little confused here, because I hit next and I got something else.
Yeah, I did as well. I don't have that one.
Oh, wow. Well, I
Yeah.
noticed that you guys skipped. It skipped completely from 1 to like 5.
Let me see if I can actually
Really?
And I'm
find
on
it.
number 6.
What the heck is going on here?
Sorry, folks. Just a second. I
Yeah,
wonder how
sorry.
that happened.
That's weird. Because, yeah.
So I started with this. This is number 1.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then I look at number 2. It says behavior challenges are common. And this is number 2 here. And I look at number 3 in the PowerPoint.
Yep.
And it says, no, this doesn't match. This doesn't match at all. Maybe, okay. I think I might know what happens. Give me 1 second, guys. First technical challenge on the Autism Show. First technical challenge.
Well, it had to happen.
happened.
So let me go back over here so nobody sees me doing this, because that would be inappropriate.
Uh-oh, it's a creaky stream.
I had the same one, so I'm gonna follow along on Meets after here.
I'm just gonna load up a completely different PowerPoint and reload it again, because I noticed I just emptied my trash, and you know that little funny file that PowerPoint makes while you're editing it, like the backup recovery file? That was in my trash can, so I have a feeling there was something going on in the background with you editing it earlier, Dick.
I wonder how, because when I loaded it up, I got the same count of slides, both in and out.
Yeah,
That's so strange.
it is bizarre. Let me load up now. Let me load it
That
up
is
again.
weird.
Loading PowerPoint slides. Okay, come on. All right. And yes, folks, it is a PowerPoint. We use the tool. Boy, it's taking its sweet time here.
Missed, yeah.
Okay, so let me go over here. And PowerPoint slide. Now we are on one. Let me go back to 1. Oh, wow.
Okay.
This doesn't even line up at all. So now the first slide that I read is now slide 12.
Let me
Dick,
try to send it to you.
Dick, why don't you just
okay.
send it to me and I'll save it under a different name or something, and we'll load it up that
Amy
way.
will. Amy will.
I'll send
Amy
it to
will.
you because that way it's easier.
Okay.
I'll get right into. We'll fix this.
Okay, yeah, we're almost. It's a small file, quick sell or quick send, and I think this is
Exactly.
an appropriate moment for yada yada yada.
Yeah, that's very true.
Right? Isn't that Seinfeld? Yada yada yada. Isn't that the girl?
I believe so. Yeah, Elaine. Yes, that was
That's
her.
it. Yeah. You could yada 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 a lot out of a sentence, and it was pretty funny.
Yes.
She always says yada yada yada.
Here it comes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like. So try that one.
All right. Save as.
Okay.
That's cool.
Go into the Shills Autism folder, and we're going to just save this as its title, behavior.
There you go. Just something different, just so the system does a reset.
Right, just so it says, hey, this is
Absolutely.
not the same thing. I don't want you to load up any cache stuff. All right. So now let me load it up into vMix here, and we should be on our merry way.
There we go.
Thanks, Dick, for the countdown.
All right.
The TikTok.
Yeah. I was at this moment. I was just thinking, why don't I have crickets yet?
Yeah, you should have crickets, because that would definitely fill in the gap.
There
Loading
you go.
slides.
We could do the Muppets. Mana mana. Dun, 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 dun.
Buddy,
Dun,
buddy.
dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
We've got. That's right. Hell, Matthew Robert language. Now
Damn.
here's super chats. Put your lips.
Kiwis for 5,000 Kree said, hashtag what about Boo? Stop sending that
No.
stuff.
Oh, we love that
No,
hashtag. That's our
Krafty
favorite.
Keelah for 2 years said, hashtag we love our Boo. Face with tears of joy.
That's right. That's
Thanks,
right.
guys.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
You could come visit Chuck E. Cheese's with me all the time.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh, what a cool place.
Chuck E. Cheese.
it'd be fun.
It's been a long time since I've been in a Chuck E. Cheese.
We're
Yeah,
a
me
baby
too.
to be a baby.
Okay, that's good. Gracious.
Okay. Come on, catch up here. There we go. So if I go here,
How we looking?
Yeah, we
what the heck? Okay, what the heck is going on here?
Did it do it again?
It's so wonky. Let me see if I can just find the slide. Slideshow settings. God, they're so small. So what? How does your slide start? This is weird.
Mine starts with I have to reopen it because I had to close it to send it to you, but I'll get it for you.
Communicate your request clearly. Does that
Okay.
sound about right?
Nope. I have an introduction to behavioral health. I have, and then the next slide should say behavioral challenges are a common problem for children with an autism spectrum disorder.
Right.
Then the next one starts with many children.
Okay, many children. Nope. It
That's-
didn't- That's bizarre.
That is bizarre because yours seems to be starting on slide number 5 for me.
Wow.
Where did they go?
And
Okay,
then
I know
this
what to
one.
do.
I'm looking
That is
through all
weird.
of them.
That is so weird. There are slides
Why not-
missing.
Why don't we just get Aimee to read the missing ones, and then we'll just catch up and keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's the
All right.
one. There's the one. There's the discrepancy. So go ahead and
Provide
read the.
reinforcement immediately.
Okay.
And read that one afterwards.
Yeah. Just get us caught up, and then we'll continue.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So the first one is access to reinforcers should be limited. An item will lose its value as a reinforcer if your child can have it anytime. That is very true.
Oh, yes.
Very, very true.
Well, then it's not a reward.
Yeah.
At that point, it's just something to have.
Right.
So.
Exactly. Well, that's exactly it. And yeah, it ceases to have any meaning to him at all, to them at all, because, hey, I can just have it. So what good is this?
That's right. It's the same along the lines as grounding a child to the bedroom for the evening because they did something wrong, and you walk in and they got a TV and a video game system and stuff. Yeah, that didn't really help.
No, that's not effective.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Yeah, keep going there, Aimee, then.
Sure. So the next slide that I have is provide reinforcement immediately following behaviors that you want to increase. And that's one, yeah, definitely. Make sure that, I still do it now. I heap tons of praise on Matthew when he does something that I would like to see him do.
Yeah.
And it's huge. It really is.
Yeah, it makes all the difference. It can't be done enough. It doesn't have to be so grandiose that it's like, you're celebrating a birthday, but just more than normal, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think
Yeah,
we missed
and the next one.
Wait, before you go on, I think we missed a slide in my sequence here. In fact, let me just leave the chalkboard behind, and we'll just do this
just
all
keep going
from.
up.
Yeah, we'll just read them off the actual PowerPoint. Because I've got the
Okay,
PowerPoint you sent me up now, and it's right. So whatever, let's keep going.
Okay, good. Okay.
So
Sounds good to me.
the one that was missed was many children with autism spectrum disorder show too much of certain behaviors such as aggression or not following directions, and too little of other behaviors such as good communication and social skills. So that's what this is all
Absolutely.
about. So, and then you just read, reinforcement of
Provide reinforcement immediately is the last one I read.
right. Provide oh my gosh, where did it go?
Yes.
Okay, so slide 9. Okay, got it. Right.
Yep. We'll keep trying, right?
Okay, so slide 9 is reinforcement considerations continued. Verbal praise can be a powerful reinforcer. Provide specific verbal praise for good behavior. E.g., great job sitting nicely in your chair. Make sure they know why you're praising them. That's important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And a prime example for that was today. Matt went in and he wanted to be independent and buy his own pizza today. He wanted to do all the talking, all the, paying for it and everything. And I said, sure, great. Hey, you want to be independent? This is awesome. So he did all of that. And when he was done, I said, great job. You did, you were polite. You were very nice. You were very clear in what you wanted, and you did a great job paying for it. Amazing. And that's what you're supposed to do. And then that way he knew what I was talking about and knew exactly what steps he took that I was really proud of. And I said, honestly, I'm proud of the whole thing. You did a wonderful job. So, but I made sure to highlight the things he did, and he was pretty proud of himself, and he was happy with that. So
And I
He
would
got his
suppose,
pizza.
I would suppose, with younger children or even children who don't have as much functionality as say Matthew has, to be able to do those complex tasks, this would apply to the smaller tasks as long as it's something that they did good and you want to praise them for.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right, because sometimes when I volunteer in the classroom and you ask them, go get your pencil, please, and get ready, and they grab their pencil. All right, yes, you got your pencil. Good job.
Yeah.
So it's
exactly.
even just tiny things like that, or if you need your shoe tied, come see me, and they'll come see you, and it's like, all right, you did it. It's things like that. It really helps, and you can see them sometimes. They'll just get this grin on their face because they're happy because they did it. They're proud
Oh yeah.
too.
Yeah. They love it. It's great, and that reaction you get is awesome. It really makes the
Oh,
effort
it is.
worthwhile. You'll see how easy it becomes.
Absolutely, and it's wonderful seeing their little faces light up. Like Matt's, his still lights up, even though
Same
he's
here.
still got his teenager tendencies, but
Yeah.
he's still, when he does it himself, he's really proud, and you can see it. It's great.
So, what slide are we on now with the new presentation? I got totally lost when you guys were talking about that.
Slide 10.
10, yeah.
All right.
Right.
All right. So, reinforcement considerations continued. When you give a child a reinforcement immediately after a behavior, it increases the likelihood that the behavior will happen again. Did I read the right one?
Yes.
Yes, you did.
You did.
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure because there was so much chaos. I just
Yeah.
I wasn't even. I just threw caution to the wind and just go for it. But
Exactly.
that's the give and take back and forth of behavior interventions like this. The reinforcement has to be right after, because they will at first act in the method or in the manner needed to get that rewarding well done. But even if they're not doing it honestly at first and they're doing it because they want that interaction with you, it still reinforces the behavior. It doesn't matter, right?
Absolutely.
So you can't go wrong, right?
No.
Right.
Yeah,
even just helping Matt have a good day. Sometimes I'll even say, "Great job helping Mom out today. You did a good job, behaving and doing all your schoolwork, and I'm proud of you for that." And that even is just, oh, well, if I do my schoolwork, I'll get more praise.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and this is all very. It's a variation on Pavlov's dog, right? Because the dog hears that a person does something and they get a reward for it, they're going to keep doing that thing. Eventually, they're going to do that thing without the need for the reward, just because it's a habit. So,
Absolutely.
and that's kind of where it's going, I think.
Yep, and it does, and it gets there eventually.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. So.
Definitely worth the efforts we put in. And I think we have a new section then, which is great.
We do. We have another section. This presentation was fun to do. I really liked it. I had a fun time.
Yeah.
So the next slide is, before we do though, we do have a super chat that I forgot to have Matthew read out. So Matt, did you want to read it out, or do you want Mom?
There's so many super chats.
Because they like to give you super chats, honey.
And stop with that robotic mouse. Change that icon.
Oh, now.
Digital demonic Davros. Yeah. Digital demonic Davros frustrating today. Does DD need some triple D?
Thank you very much.
Give John Rapp the new welcome, guys. It's a cheese emoji and a thumbs down emoji instead of the middle finger one, because that's getting boring, okay?
Oh my gracious.
It's not about what happened. Now it's just about punking off John Rapp.
That's right. Yeah, just send him some cheese and a thumbs down.
Yeah. Yeah. How about on autism, we just send John Rapp a smiley face? That's a good one.
There we go. That's better.
Yeah.
So the next section are tips for increasing appropriate behavior at home. And so the next slide says, look for opportunities to teach and praise your child. Teach and praise appropriate communication, sharing, waiting, etc. If problem behavior happens when your child wants to get out of a particular activity, you may teach your child to ask for a break.
Yes. And that leads to some of the techniques you learn after you've been doing this for a while for self-regulation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
And oh my God, there it is.
Hey! All right. Yeah. Back in total action. All right.
Right.
we need some more animated stuff on the schools in the classroom, because the other set has animations. I'll figure some cool stuff out.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. But you want to find these opportunities too, because they can come in odd little ways. Like one day, a child that has an issue using a knife properly to butter toast will just simply do it correctly, and it'll just be out of the blue. So be paying attention.
Absolutely. And when they do that out of the blue, make sure you're right there to say, woohoo!
Yes. Oh, yeah. I would say when it comes to when a problem behavior happens when the child wants to get out of a particular activity or a situation, excuse me, sorry, that really comes down to watching for the little cues and clues of escalation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can usually tell, because if I asked him to do something and he doesn't want to do it, I can tell because he starts pacing. That's my cue to say, "Oh, let's ask him if he needs a break."
Yeah.
And that did happen today. He got pacing today because it just was too much. He went a little over his schedule and he was pacing on that. I said, "Do you need a break?" Check with him.
Yeah. Yeah, better to be ahead than behind. Absolutely.
Yes, definitely.
Boole, as a tech guy, you'll recognize that sign of, recognizing when something's escalated, because you need to learn to recognize it to pull back. You can get so lost when you're on the spectrum that you don't even see the signs yourself, and then before you know it, you actually spent 6 hours in frustration when you could have pulled yourself out.
Right, and oftentimes the break doesn't even need to be all that long. You just need to take the time to step away from the problem and reassess it later. That's literally all it is. It's like you need a fresh perspective on it, and that's all there is to it.
Yes.
And
absolutely. I've noticed that too.
And I've gone down the rabbit hole for, like Dick says, for hours trying to figure out stuff, and sometimes it's a matter of taking a break. Sometimes it's a matter of just getting someone else to take a look at it and say, "Hey, what do you think about this? What do you think is going on here?" And they'll be like, "Oh, I've seen that before," or well, did you consider this little thing here? And you're like, "Wow, why didn't I see that already?"
Yeah.
Why did I just spend 2 days doing something that should have been done in 4 hours?
Yeah, and if we were only shown these things when we were younger, like we're showing the kids now, can you imagine all the time we could have saved?
I know, good Lord.
But what can you do, right? At
Absolutely.
least we're getting it figured out. We're getting it figured out.
Yes.
That's
One
right.
episode at a time.
Well,
Exactly.
like this little tech issue here, this little tech issue
Yeah.
we're having tonight. I don't know what's causing it. It's the weirdest thing. I literally loaded this file into PowerPoint, and it's in the correct order and everything. And I loaded it into vMix. Now, vMix last week did it just fine. It was in the right order.
Yeah.
It presented just great. And for some reason this week, it's just lost its complete crap. And I've had a Windows update. And I've had I've had a vMix update. So there's no telling which one did it, but I'm kind of leaning towards the Windows update, to be fair. Because
Yeah, one of those-
usually what
one
it
of those
is.
One of those code updates definitely shat the bed.
Right. So
Yep.
there's a way.
Right.
I'm trying to think of a way around it, which would be to export the slides as JPEGs and just have them come up. So that's gonna happen next time. So this never happens again.
Yeah.
There
And
you go.
I actually know I know a trick, so we'll be able to. But yeah, let's continue in here then. The next one's good.
All right.
Yes,
So
it's a good one.
let's see if it's the right one.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Oh, this is exciting. Okay, make requests of your child that you believe your child can meet. Set your child up for success. Right. That's very important. Don't do things that are just going
Absolutely.
to set them up for failure, because when you do that, they're going to resent it and they're going to withdraw. And ask
Yep.
your child to do things you know he or she can do independently or with minimal assistance. If you make it so that they might want you there the first 3 or 4 times, but knowing that they could do it without you, and at some point they're going to do it without you, and you're just going to discover the task done.
Yeah,
Yep.
like think of it this way. If all you do is set a child up for failure 70% of the day sucks, man.
It does. And they're just going to end up with frustration. And that's a good way to end up with a meltdown at the end of every day. And that's not fair to them. It's because that's miserable. So, and like with Matthew, we did the same thing. We started out small and then you grow. As soon as they learn the next skill, you can challenge them the next time, but not too far. So once you get going, it may seem like a slow process, but once they start getting it, those milestones are just so sweet. They really are.
Glover Mom just posted, "Hey YouTube, stop telling me that the video won't play in the quality setting I have it in. I'm getting that a little too much myself, and it's starting to drive me nuts too." Off topic, but
does.
had to be said. It's killing me.
Oh gosh. Yes. It's been doing that to me too.
Yeah, I think their output servers are just dropping certain streams just for a second, and then the web player just goes, I got nothing. I don't know. But anyway, enough tech talk and whatnot. Let's jump to the next one, and I'll keep us going here.
Sure.
Making a request of your child continued. Additionally, break tasks and assignments down into small parts and steps, or only ask your child to do part of a task. Example would be ask them to pick up one block rather than them all. And again, it's gearing them towards success because it can all be built on as you go.
Yes, definitely. It definitely can.
And we lost the slideshow again because it's not the next slide. Okay, I found it.
I wonder
it's like scrambled up. Like I had to skip 3 slides and now I found it. There it is. So like, what the heck?
Amy, did I read the next slide in order for you?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
It's right.
Okay.
Because
It's
I have
right.
the original PowerPoint open,
I'm looking
so
at
it's-
that
yeah,
too.
that's the next one.
You were correct. The presentation
Okay.
is
So vMix just has a real thing going for points tonight, and what are you gonna do, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So.
But yeah, going back to the slide here, breaking it down is really, really good. So, let's take breakfast as an example. Toast might be first, and then, scrambled eggs aren't too difficult. And then you get them used to, maybe frying sausage or something with a bit of rotation, but one at a time, and bring it together slowly. Because I mean, look at breakfast joint fast food today. The average person working there can't even get it right. How many times a month do you get your order wrong? So, just one step at a time, right?
Yes, absolutely. That's what we've done with everything, even brushing their teeth in the morning. Show them first. You pick up your toothbrush. I mean, if that's all you can start out with at first, it's a start, and once they do that, then you move on to the other parts. I mean, you do have to start small, but it comes, and it'll come eventually. And Matthew does his whole morning routine by himself now, and so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, mine isn't there yet, but if you're there, all the tasks get done, but there's some slack still. So, we're definitely doing some hovering.
Yep. I still have to every once in a while, a few prompts and prods, and like, okay, Matthew, enough space in there. Where are you? Down to earth, please. Keep going.
Or Felix, he'll start babbling to the point I'm like, Felix, you can't be brushing your teeth if you're talking that clearly. Let's get on it. I don't even have to be there, right? I could be folding laundry around the corner.
Yep, exactly. I'll be running around getting stuff ready and to go out to the bus, and he'll just be wandering about. He'll come out of the bathroom and say, "Did you brush your teeth?"
Yeah.
No.
And this pertains to the adult autism ASD as well. I'm sure Boole will agree, when it comes to any task that takes multiple steps, before jumping in, breaking it down one step at a time versus jumping in and getting distracted and chasing the wrong tail and stuff makes a massive difference.
Oh, yes.
It does.
Yes. If I know what the heck I need to do to accomplish a task, and I have an order of operations, I can cook. Don't expect me to improvise with cooking, though. It's just not happening, right? It's just like I can cook really good meals, but as long as I have the ingredients set up and everything's done in the order, but getting all that to come together at one time can be tough too. Like if you got multiple dishes. When do you start that dish, and how long does that task take so that something else can be cooking at the same time, for example?
I spend half as much time figuring that out before making a meal for 5 people than I do making the meal, because otherwise one thing's cold, one thing's starting to burn. Like, you really have to plan it.
You really do, and it does take planning, and I've struggled with that. So a lot of the times Matt gets a lot of the times we try to find something easy, like a one-pot meal. we do a lot of crock pot stuff. Because that's easy. You just throw it in the pot and you just watch it cook. Like, okay, great. I could go do something else now.
The crock pot is the best thing ever. It really is. Crock pot.
I love them.
Yes.
Because it just requires no supervision. When it's done, it's still sitting there. It can cook more. It doesn't hurt it. And, and it's nice and hot when you're ready to eat it. You don't have to be specific.
Exactly.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Should we steer ourselves back around here?
Sure.
Sure.
All right.
So the next slide starts with communicate.
See,
that's slide 15.
Again, didn't happen. There we go.
There you go. Did you want to read that one, Boole, or do you want me to read it?
Sure. Communicate your request clearly in a manner your child understands. Also let your child know what they will receive for doing what you ask. Increase requests when able to when able to follow through on it. Example, you have time to wait for your child to finish. Don't make them wait for the reward, folks. That's not cool. If you tell them there's a reward, get it to them as quickly as you can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, if the reward is, if you're, behaved on Friday and Saturday when we go visiting on Sunday, you were going to the water slides, that's a little different. But you have to make sure that you reinforce it right at the time and better follow through. They will remember.
Oh, definitely. Well, it's like today. I told him if he had a good 2 weeks of school, we'll go get you a pizza. So he had 2 good weeks of school, and he made sure, Mama, when we going to get the pizza, Mama, when we go and get the pizza.
Yeah.
and make sure he knows what a good week is, because a good week.
Absolutely.
Don't have an unrealistic expectation of what a good week is either, because
that's right.
Absolutely. At least
like if you expect him to have straight A's, that might be an unrealistic
that's
expectation.
Absolutely. A good week is, he behaves well and follows directions. So I set goals like that for him, make sure you follow directions as much as you can, try really hard, try to use your strategies. That's another thing that we do sometimes. If you use your strategies this weekend, great. We'll have a treat, so whatever that treat might be, so we start small too. Going small.
Yeah. Another example would be if Felix and I are at the grocery store and he gets a little worked up about something, he wants to run around a bit more, and I'm like, no, you got to stay with me and stuff. And he does the whole, strategies and whatnot on his own. I'll, on the way out, I'll say, hey, bud, great behavior. Do you want to get a treat or something? And so it can get to a point where they know to do it. And it's not so much based on the reward, but now you find yourself wanting to go, here you go, because they pulled it off so well. That's a pretty cool moment.
That is a cool moment. That's a really awesome one.
Yeah.
Like today, Matthew followed his whole schedule today. And that's one of our goals too, is to get him to follow his schedule for school and get his schoolwork done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it's right or wrong. Just work on it, It's like, at least be doing it.
Yes,
and,
gotta try.
Yeah, absolutely. So we had to get praise for that today too, because you did a good job with your schedule today, didn't you? Oh,
yes.
What do you say? We're still working on the manners.
Well, he is a teenager, right? It's to be expected.
Yeah, exactly, aren't you?
You remember my childhood PG-13 with your swearing?
I think that burp probably put it over the edge too, dear.
Yeah. Right. Should we go to the next one then?
Yes.
Requests continued?
Sure. Did you want to read it, honey? He wants to read it, if that's okay.
Sure.
Communicate your requests continued. Remember to reward and praise your child for doing what you asked.
That's right, because it feels good, doesn't it, Matt?
Yep.
It does feel good, huh? So what did you get for a treat today?
Little Caesars.
Yeah.
Pepperoni.
Nice. Was it good, buddy?
Yeah, you ate
pizza.
Say, his mom got a treat too, didn't she?
Alexa.
Yeah, we have that, don't we? We like her, huh?
I want to read what he said. He said something.
What did he say?
Factheart said, let's face it, then we are not a good influence on Matt.
And what face is that?
Scaredy face.
Yeah, that's right, the scared face. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, uh-oh.
All right. Matt, do you want to read the next one then, buddy?
Yes, buddy. Plan ahead to set your child up for good behavior. Find ways to change the environment where problem behavior typically takes place. in order to improve your child's behavior, such as keeping snacks handy if your child is aggressive when hungry.
That sounds familiar. Mr. 2 Hours.
Yes, when he eats. When your child is aggressive when hungry, he wants Little Caesars.
Ah,
I was gonna,
ASD ASMR.
I was gonna
yes.
say. I was gonna say.
ASMR? You know what that is? You like the sound of what they're doing. They usually whisper.
What does ASMR mean? Oh, wait, it's whisper.
Yeah. It's the whispering.
LMAO.
You're funny.
That's funny.
Yes, and this
That's
is Mr. Hangry because he sometimes gets a little angry when you're hungry, huh?
Mr.
So-
Angry?
Yeah, Mr. Hangry. You know what hangry is, don't you?
Hangry is when you're hungry and angry.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the new thing I invented. I'll be on the news for that.
Oh,
The Webster people are showing up to give me a plaque for it.
that's right. That's right, and that's true. We keep snacks here, don't we? What did you have for snack today?
An apple?
And you were less grouchy afterwards, right? And were able to do your schoolwork? Yes. Tell him say yes.
Yes, I bring apples to school.
He does. He loves apples, and it's apple season, so it's perfect, huh?
Yes.
Nice. Get fresh apples.
That's
Yeah,
right.
they're ripe off the tree right now, aren't they? Up there.
They are. It's
Yeah.
picking season.
Yeah. Same up here. Oh yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, and you know that goes for a lot of kids because I mean, like, you know, even if you have like light hypoglycemia or something, when you have a snack on that's too strong, you're just not going to be a happy camper. That's just it, you know.
That is. It's like anybody else when they get hungry, huh?
It's like the Snickers commercial says. You need a Snickers bar.
Yeah, you're not
Exactly.
yourself when you're hungry.
You're not yourself when you're hungry.
Oh, that's right. You're not, are you?
What do you say, Matt? You want to read the last one and finish us off?
You want to do
I'm
that?
finishing that off.
Okay.
If you have made it this far, thank you so much. We hope that you enjoyed the show. We all love you. We love you all. And see you next week. And heart emoji. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.
I think that's trademarked now.
I think so.
I'm still not
That's
sure if
enough.
that's my cue, but yes.
Yeah. Like he
Oh,
almost
no.
gave us the Reds there, you know, for
Right.
sure.
He almost did, didn't he?
But yeah, we were saying in the chat, but just before the show started, coming up there, we're gonna have some guests on to talk about things and whatnot. So there'll be some tweets and community posts reaching out to see who wants to join us. If you're one of those people, let us know. You know, we'll chat about some cool stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well,
And on that, what do you think, folks? I think we're done for the evening.
Indeed.
I think we are.
Yes.
We are.
So we will see
So-
you next week. Same bat time by same bat
Absolutely.
channel.
Indeed. Good night, everybody. Take care.
Thank you so much.